I did a Android versus Mac, PC versus Mac thing before. But I'm going to do it again because my Android just broke! Isn't that just great? When your phone breaks out of nowhere, it just fucking breaks. And you can't use it anymore. You can't get the contacts out. You gotta go to Verizon. You gotta get a new phone. Great, right? Great. So, I'm gonna bash the shit out of Android in this video, for one thing. But I'm going to talk about the bad things about Apple. But I am gonna bash the shit out of Android. So, Android, out of all the platforms I've used, Android's the worst one. And all you guys who use Android and love it can get butthurt about it. You guys can get mad at my video and flip out. But what's it gonna do? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing's gonna happen if you flip out. So, Android breaks on the inside so easily. Apple devices break on the outside so easily. The glass shatters. The phone shatters. It breaks. This is so fucked up on the inside, it's hard to use. It slows down, it overheats, it dies randomly, it decides to turn off. There's too many options. Way too many fucking options in that phone to use. Apple, there's not enough options. It's a simple phone to use. If you don't want a lot of options, like me, get one. Because they're good. They're a good speed to use. They work. And they work for a long time if you don't fuck with them. If you just take care of them. You don't constantly drop them. You don't open 15 tabs in your internet browser. You don't look up tons of porn. You don't download millions of things. You don't jailbreak it. You don't fuck with the phone. And it keeps working. Now this thing, on the other hand, it just breaks when it wants to. It just fucking breaks when it wants to. You know what flip phones, when we had flip phones, you could throw those things at the ground, you could drop them in water, they would never break, the battery would always work. I still have my flip phone from 8th grade, which was 12 years ago, I think. I don't care. Point is, it doesn't break. You get a smartphone, it breaks within like a year or less. It's shit. Smartphones are shit. Once they figured out that they could make money off breaking smartphones so easily, you're gonna have to come back for a new one. So basically the cell phone companies are just like, we'll make them really shitty. So no matter what, they'll break, and they'll have to come back to get a new one. Yeah. I think it started when they started making Razr flip phones, the really thin ones, and my friends in high school would always say, these Razr phones break so easily. And I had the like flip out ones where you had the keyboard and you could text, and that thing never broke. I threw it at the wall to test it if it broke. It didn't break. Because I got so anxious and like wondered, like, I've dropped this so many times. Nothing's wrong with it. It's like the metal or the plastic they used to use on flip phones were harder than the stuff they use now. So that's that. I mean, Android just has too many options for me. A lot of people like the too many options, but I like I like the simple. I like the basic. You don't need a lot of options. That kind of thing. I like just not a lot of options. Just, I can check stocks, I can write notes, and I can look things up on Google, and I can save contacts. That's all I need. I just need to call people and use it for school and work. I don't need to do 50 fucking million things on a fucking droid, and then it just dies when it wants to. When it just wants to turn off while you're calling someone, it's like, oh, it turned off again. Yeah. And it does that on tablets too, not just phones. It does that on their tablets too. Regardless of the speed of the tablet, regardless of that, it sucks. Their products suck. The only problem I've ever had with Apple is if I jailbreak their shit to make it like a droid. If I jailbreak it, the point to jailbreak it is so it has more options. It's more customizable. If you don't do that, it will stay good. So don't do that. It's a no-brainer. I've learned from trial and error over the years to not fuck with iPhones because they break on the outside easily and they break on the inside only if you mess with them. So what have we learned today? Don't buy a droid. Don't buy a droid. I'm warning everyone to not use a droid. And a lot of people are going to say, well, I have a droid and I kind of like it. Good for you. Keep using your droid. If it works for you, good job. Good for you. Okay. Bye.